Hey, it's Roman Rich. If you're seeing this video, well, let's just say you're very fortunate, because this is a section of road, and what's behind me is something that probably nobody's discovered. I found this picture of an old relic along Route 66, and behind it, behind this photo, you'll notice there's this picturesque bluff, and it's just very beautiful, very reminiscent of the Ozarks, and I immediately recognized the building. I'd seen it before, knew exactly where it was. It's been in one of my other videos before. We're here near Devil's Elbow in the Hooker area. So because I'm showing you this means I felt confident enough to get out there and do it. I wanted to reserve it for my book, so maybe by now the book is out. It's March of 2020, and I want to go take a virtual view of the Valleyview stop here in Hooker, Missouri. All that's really left of it, that the most significant portions were the pillars. And I'm going to try to keep the sun behind me so I'm not glaring out the video here. I'm shooting a 360 video, so feel free to look around. You'll probably notice the amount of trash laying around. Well, that's because the local residents use this as a dumping yard. And it's sad, but it's just kind of what they do down here. Phone's got to ring all the time. So, alright, so here is the Valleyview Store right here. The photo that we've shown you is from the probably late 30s, early 40s. Probably no later than that, because in the early 40s they bypassed this section of Route 66 and put in the 4-lane to serve Fort Leonard Wood. But the two pillars are shown here. We're going to walk around as long as I don't get stabbed in the foot by a nail. Here's a pillar right here. And then here's another pillar right there. And so what you're looking at, this would have been the gas station canopy at one time. Right in here would have been the gas station canopy. And your gas pumps would sit here and here, and you drive up here and get your gas, and then right back out on the Route 66, which is about, in my estimation, about 40 feet away from these pillars. But it was a substantial building. I'm going to go ahead and try to go into the front. I went to the back last time. It had a basement, so I can't go all the way in because the basement's collapsed, or the main floor's collapsed into the basement. Looks like this area is on a slab. There's several rooms here. Maybe, I don't know. No, okay, we look pretty safe. This looks like it's on a slab. So again, the trash continues. I've never seen so many toys in my life. Oh, check this out. I had a raccoon just like this guy when I was a kid. That is amazing. I had a raccoon just like that. That is crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, I had that ever since I was a baby. Little raccoon pillow. Never know what you're going to find. There's so many stuffed animals in and around this area. And there's a chimney there, there's a back room here. This was probably the area where they conducted business. They did add on to this at one time, probably in the 60s or 70s, judging by the construction materials, long after this was bypassed by a more modern alignment of Route 66. I can't really get back any further, but if you look opposite of me, you'll see kind of behind, or the other side of the camera, the back rooms. This is your typical field rock construction that you find in the Ozarks. I might have to take this little raccoon home with me. I don't know. Interesting. I'm a very nostalgic person. So many toys. I can't believe it. It was like a toy store just exploded around this area. There's just toys and trash everywhere. Now we're coming back out into the area with those pillars that held the canopy up. And for what judging this, it probably wasn't that tall of a canopy. Now I'm about 6'4". I'm standing on a pile of trash, and I'm about as tall as a canopy. You can see it's got all sorts of native field stone. But at one time they would have had a topper on these too. So they were probably about 6.5, 7 foot tall, which would have been just tall enough for a car to squeeze underneath. It's really sad that there's just so much trash and garbage out here, and that this place has been left to rot. So again, you can see the native fieldstone work. This is where the building really shows itself off, is on the back side. This is your typical construction found in the Ozarks. They just go and grab rocks, stick them on the wall, and mortar them together. It's fascinating. It's something I wish I knew how to do. Pretty cool stuff. There's just so much garbage. And so I chose to come out here. This is March. Got probably about another 3 or 4 weeks, and this place will be popping with all sorts of vegetation and snakes and chiggers and anything else you can think of. There's an old dog chain wrapped around the tree. So this is the back side of the building, and I'm just gonna try to hop up in here so you can see what this thing was like. There you go. Here's the back room. Really cool doors over there with dual panes on the side. That noise you hear behind me, that's Interstate 44. It's probably only about 900 feet away from me. Just really cool. They had plaster on the inside, kind of stucco over the fieldstone walls. You can see the construction, how they built these. And it's a long-lasting construction. That oh, this guy's losing his foam. I'm just going to put this guy right here. Maybe I'll see him again. This little raccoon, he's losing all the stuffing. All right, little feller, we'll see you again sometime, maybe. So, lots of rat droppings around here too. Here's an old stairwell to the basement, and no need to go down there. Giant vine that's grown across it. Yeah, I can smell the trash fires off in the distance, so they're burning the trash and they're just dumping their trash here in the wild. There's another building over here to the right. Now that wasn't shown in the photo, so that was added much later, and it's a timber construction, so it wasn't constructed the same time as the Valleyview. Oh my gosh. I could not imagine coming out here and exploring, say in mid-May or July even. That'd be horrible. But there used to be an awning here. It's just a really cool building. Just really cool. Everything is just made by hand. Just so sad to see it in this state. But sad on one behalf, but pretty cool on the other that I found it for you. Happy to bring it to you. Hopefully I've gotten off my behind and created that book I always wanted to write, and maybe it'll be in there. So that's it. That's a walk around of the Valleyview here near Devil's Elbow, probably township of Hooker proper. And there's a Bart Simpson. What do you think, Bart? What do you think? Is Route 66 cool? You're not saying much. How about the Cabbage Patch? Mr. Cabbage Patch, what do you think about Route 66? No? Okay, well, this is their eternal home unless somebody comes in here with a skid steer and about 10 40-yard dumpsters and cleans all this garbage up. I would love to do that. It would make me so happy to come in here and clean this place up. All right. Thanks for watching. Share, subscribe to the video. Buy my book if the book is out. Who knows? Buy whatever else I'm selling. I need to take care of 5 kids and put them through college. And I'll keep bringing you more cool Route 66 stuff so long as I'm alive and kicking. I'm Roman Rich. As always, go your own way. See you down the road.